Superman is back on the big screen, and that's what we're going to talk about today on Coffee with Alain. Thank you to all that join and comment or watch the replays or listen to the audio podcast. Appreciate all of you. And as always, remind you to go to enjoylifesafely.com. Got some great free resources there. Also got some courses you can take advantage of, really low priced. Less than a pizza for the one, less than a large cup of coffee for the other, and things just to help make your life better, make you safer, make you more resilient, make you more determined, help you get back up when life knocks you down, and live and enjoy your life safely. That's what I'm all about. Let's talk about the movie. I went and saw the new Superman movie this weekend and really enjoyed it. Not going to give spoilers, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it. Now, before I even went to the movie, I saw a bunch of stuff online and ignored most of it because who wants to argue over who is the better Superman or this or that? And people weren't happy with who was chosen. And, David Corenswet, I didn't know him, but he did a great job in this movie. And it doesn't matter if your favorite was Christopher Reeve or George Reeve or any of the others. I mean, we all know the best adaptation of Superman was the Lois and Clark TV show. Not for Dean Cain. It's because I'm a huge Terry Hatcher fan. At least I was back at that time, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. So I'm not going to argue over who is a better this or that. Now, some of the Superman movies and the DC movies get sort of dark. With James Gunn at the helm of this Superman, it was lighter. It wasn't as dark. Had a little bit more humor, had a little bit more feeling. You can sort of connect with Superman as, vulnerable at times. And so I liked that. Had great visuals and special effects, which you would expect from a superhero movie. I've always been a bigger Marvel fan than a DC fan, but I still enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the story. James Gunn, writer and director, he knows how to make an entertaining movie. And he definitely did with this one. And the best thing about this movie was Crypto, including Crypto the dog. I'm a dog person. I'm drinking out of a dog person mug this morning because of Crypto. I love the scenes and the interactions with his dog. And so that really brought the movie home for me, is the inclusion of Crypto and the scenes with Crypto. Yes, it was CGI and all that, but it was just really cool to have Superman's interaction with this crazy dog, because he is sort of crazy. And we all that have owned dogs have had dogs that do some of those kind of crazy things. So that was really cool. Want to say good morning to Dixon. Dixon says some rigmarole when Daniel Craig was chosen to take the role of James Bond. Yeah, same. Exactly. And then Thad said good morning. And it's so funny because, some of these people like, well, this is the true. If you go to the comics, the source, and you look at the original comics and how the artist drew the characters and how they're drawn today, vastly different. They changed over time with different artists, different production values of the comics and so forth. So changing actors and actresses to do the different roles is just natural if you're going to continue stories about these characters that so many people enjoy. And I would like to see David Corenswet do another one or two. I mean, I think he did a really good job. And the chemistry with him and Lois, him and Crypto, it was fun and entertaining. It was cool to see the little cameo of Bradley Cooper in there. We didn't expect that. And I've always liked Nathan Fillion way back from when he was Captain Mal. And so it was cool to see him in there as a Green Lantern character. And they had a couple other minor DC characters in there, showing that where maybe things will be going with some more DC movies. And so it was just a fun, entertaining film with all these different characters. Mr. Perfect, he was cool. The female Hawk character, she was cool. So they had some good other superheroes in there, as well as Superman, as well as Crypto. And so it was just fun. Your mug even looks like the original cartoon Crypto, even though the dog in the movie doesn't. Yeah, this mug dog is similar to the Crypto character. And that's why, when I posted on Facebook the other day, I posted the picture of Superman on the moon with Crypto. Because I just thought that was such a cool picture. And so I wonder if I can pull that up here. I might have needed to add it earlier, but let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see here if I can pull that image up, because I just thought that was a cool image. There we go. So there's Superman and Crypto. Now you have to stay and watch the credits to catch this scene. So this is in the movie, but you got to stay and watch the credits. And you have to watch all the way through the credits to the very, very end. And they do have a little scene there that's sort of a humorous little scene at the very, very end after all the credits. So if you go to the movie, you do want to stay through the credits and watch that. In the theater that I was in, which is pretty full, many people stayed for those. Some people left and didn't care about the credit scenes. But if you stay through the credits, you will see Superman and Crypto, and you will see another scene at the very, very end. So that is something you might want to do. But overall, I just thought it was a fun movie. And it was lighthearted, fun, entertaining, connected on an emotional realm. I liked it. Richard's here. Richard said, love the mug, love Crypto. And Dixon said, personally, I don't like the Related Soups logo. Oh, the retooled. It's hard to read some of the comments from the retooled Soups logo. Yeah, they changed that, but it's changed throughout the comic book years and different things. So I don't worry about those little things. I just go and have fun and enjoy. And there are more important things in the world than to argue about movies and actors and stuff. And that's why I ignore some of that. I think most people feel like I do as well, because the movie made a heck of a lot of money this weekend. And it seems like it's getting good ratings, good reviews. People are enjoying it. And that's what's fun. Richard agrees with Dixon. He didn't care the logo as much. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys that showed up and said hello. Appreciate everybody who watches later. I'm going to head up the mountain with my dog, Rocky. I'm glad he doesn't do some of the crazy stuff Crypto does. If you haven't seen Superman and you are a superhero movie fan, it's worth checking out. It was fun. And that's what we go to movies for, right? Just to have a little bit of fun, escapism, so we can enjoy something. So go out, enjoy life safely, make it a terrific Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow, probably share a little bit of Wednesday warrior wisdom.